Played out all too predictably. Yesterday, we saw a political show on the Senate floor. Democrat after Democrat standing for hours, incensed not at ISIS, incensed not at radical Islamic terrorism, incensed that Americans have a right to keep and bear arms. This is political distraction. This is political gamesmanship. And I think the American people find it ridiculous that in response to an ISIS terror attack, the Democrats go on high dudgeon that we've got to restrict the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens. This is not a gun control issue. This is a terrorism issue. And it is nothing less than political gamesmanship for them to try to shift for their favorite hobby horse of taking away the Bill of Rights from law-abiding citizens. I have spent years defending the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms, the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and I, along with you, Madam President, along with a great many members of this chamber, are committed to defending the constitutional rights of every American. You don't defeat terrorism by taking away our guns. You defeat terrorism by using our guns. And this body should not be engaged in a political circus trying to restrict the Second Amendment. Instead, we should be focusing on the problem at hand. Why did we see yesterday's series of speeches? Because Senate Democrats have an election coming up in November. And they don't want to talk about the real issue. Let's talk about ISIS. Let's talk about radical Islamic terrorism. Let's talk about the failures of the last 7 years of this administration to keep this country safe. Now, in response to my criticism and that of many others, President Obama gave a press conference where he said, echoing the words of Hillary Clinton, "What difference does it make if we call it radical Islamic terrorism?" Well, Mr. President, it makes a world of difference, because the failure to address the enemy impacts every action taken to fight